In this tutorial, I'll be showing you how to create a multi-page business website using WordPress completely free. By using the knowledge you gain in this tutorial, you'll be able to create any type of business-related website, such as digital agency website, freelancer portfolio website, consulting website, personal portfolio website, and company brochure website, to name just a few. But who am I to make such bold claims? I am a professional web developer with over 8 years of experience building all sorts of complex websites for clients worldwide. My work has earned me multiple 5-star ratings on Fiverr and Upwork. So as you guessed it, you are learning from a real-life professional. We shall use a free content management system called WordPress and a free page editor called Elementor, which is a drag and drop editor. So yes, you are not going to be coding anything. Now let's sneak peek at what we shall build in this tutorial. So this is the website we shall be building. You can see here this logo section, the menu section. When you hover over it, it changes color. This is the contact us button. And then you can see these buttons here. Each of them links to another page. And you can see a sneak peek at some of the services they do. Then you come down, you have this beautiful image. You see all of these colors match with this logo, with their logo here. And you can see the text. It gives also a highlight of some of their services. And then this button links to the About Us page. There is this carousel slider, for which the logos, these are companies that the company has worked with. And then you have these matrices. If you reload this page, this counter loads from 1 to whatever number it is there. Then you can see their portfolio page. I'll close that. These are the portfolio. And then these are testimonials. And then this is the newsletter sign up form. And this is the About Us page. Here is the About Us page. It's loading. Here is the About Us page. And this is the logo section. And this is the Contact Us page. You have this banner here first. And then you have this Contact Us form. And then you have this lady, one of the executives of the company. And you have this Google Maps on the side. Then you have our services page. You can see it loading here. These are our services, the services this company is involved in. If I click on one of these, like marketing services, it takes me to the marketing services page, which is what you see here. These are pictures of their marketing services. And then it also has companies they've worked with in the domain of marketing. And then you can see this beautiful footer, which is universal, even on the home page. It appears on every page. So that is that with what we are going to be building on this. If you are interested in this video, please subscribe to my channel, click the like button and hit the notification bell so that whenever I put out videos like this, you will be the first to be notified. Now let's go ahead. In order to create this website, we shall be following an easy workflow. Step 1. We shall be getting our hosting and domain name. Think of your hosting as your own apartment in an apartment building, and think of your domain name as your door number. Your hosting is the storage where your website files reside. Your domain name will sound something like yourbusiness.com. I shall be providing the link to get both hosting and domain name. If you use this link, you'll secure a 78% discount. Step 2. We shall install WordPress on our domain name and our themes and plugins. Step 3. We shall be building out our custom website. Now, let's go to step 1. So you will be brought to this page. This is the landing page for Hostinger hosting. So what you want to do is to click here on Claim Deal. Click on Claim Deal. and then you'll see quite a number of options there for you to get hosting, and you can click on any of these. I will definitely click on this, choose plan, and you can see it loading. Now you are brought to this page. Check your order. You can choose to buy for 1 month, which will cost you $13. You can choose to buy for 12 months, which is going to cost you $4.99 per month. You can choose to buy for 24 months, it will cost you $4.49 per month. You can also choose to buy for 48 months, which will cost you $3.99 per month. This is the best value for your money. This particular one is the best value for your money. So when you click on this, you see that you have this discount. You have that huge discount. Instead of paying $671, you're going to pay $191.52 per month. So that is such a huge discount. That is 71% discount. So just put all your information, fill in the information here. You can put your name and everything, put your phone number, your country, your region and everything, and then you choose your payment method. You can use credit card or Stripe. You can use PayPal. You can use Google Pay, Alipay or CoinGate if you're using crypto. And then you click on secure payment. You are definitely going to have to create an account first before doing this. And I'm going to meet you on the dashboard. When you come to your dashboard, you are going to see something like this. I've already been using my own account for quite some time, but you'll notice that I already have some websites here. If not, your account is going to be blank. And then in order to choose your domain name, you can come and click on domains and click on get a new domain and click here, and then search for whatever domain you want, and then you'll be able to add it to your hosting. I'm just going to come and show you how it's going to be done on my own website. I'll click on this. I want to come under this particular domain and I want to create a subdomain. What I can do is I'll click under domains, click on subdomains, and I want to create a new domain. I'll say business.donodio.com. This is my website, and I'll click on create. It's going ahead and creating. So if I come now under subdomains, you can already see it should be here, business.donodio.com. What I want to do is now to install WordPress on this subdomain. So I'll click on websites and I'll click on auto installer. And under auto installer, you see it already gives me, I can easily install WordPress. These are existing installations. This is one I did for my last tutorial, the e-commerce website which I built on my last tutorial. This is the website we built in my last tutorial, Lush Glasses. If you didn't follow that tutorial, please just go ahead. I'm going to link it in the description. You can follow that tutorial, how to build an e-commerce website from scratch. In that tutorial, we did everything from scratch. Let me go ahead and close this. I want to do a fresh new WordPress installation. So I'll click on WordPress and then I'm going to name this business. Let me just see, 500 business, whatever that means. I'll put another, whatever email address you want. Let me say business at, or rather 500 bees at business.com. It's not very important for me. And then I'm just going to maintain these two, advanced. Now, very important, especially when you have many domains, make sure to come and select the right path you can see if I'd left it and just gone and clicked on next, it would have installed and on this domain name, which is my main website, and it would have wiped out everything I had there, which I've built over the years. So make sure to come and choose your installation path. For this, you don't need to create all of these database. Just click on next. And then you have the choice. Do you want to turn off automatic updates, update to minor versions only? I'll just leave it as it is and click on install. It's installing. Here we are after the installation. Now you can either use this, which is Hostinga's inbuilt web building system, which we are not going to use here. It's going to use AI to give you some pre-made templates for your website, and you can also go ahead and install all of these plugins from here, and we absolutely do not need all of these. What we want to do is to come to the admin panel. And you see it shows us that your website is published. For all of these, we do not really need. Now, if you had gone ahead and installed WordPress on a temporary domain, you will have this and you will been given the prompt to connect your domain. But we already have a domain name. We are using a subdomain. I'm going to come to plugins and you can see what we have here. But let's start from the beginning. So this Hostinger widget you see here is because we have Hostinger plugin active on our website. We are going to deactivate that shortly. Let's come to the dashboard and you see all of these messages and all of this. We don't need this. We can easily turn this off. How? Come to screen options, toggle this off. We don't need all of them. I can keep site health status showing because it's going to show me if I have any issues on my website. As for posts, these are blog posts. This is just a basic hello world post, and this is what it is. It's nothing serious. We can trash that and then come to trash and delete permanently. We don't need that. You can add blog posts from here. Come to media. If you had any pictures or videos uploaded, this is where you would see them, but we don't have any. Come to pages. We have this privacy policy page. Let's leave that for now. We are going to come there shortly. Come to comments. No comment. Let's come to appearance. This is where it begins to get serious. Now, if I bring my mouse over here and right click and click on visit site, this is what I have. You notice we have not built anything here. So you'll be asking yourself, where does this come from? Who made this? It is because there is a default theme installed. Now we can go ahead and delete some of these themes. I'll delete this. I'll also delete this. But by default, you must have one theme installed. So I'm going to leave this. But when we want to build our website, we are going to install another theme. Come to plugins. We have these two plugins. We don't really need them. So just, you can either deactivate them individually or just click on this and choose bulk action deactivate. Deactivate both of them at the same time, and then we'll just delete now. Delete both of them. We don't need them. Users, come under users. You see I have this one user here. If you want to add another user, you can go ahead and add the user from there. Tools, we don't have any tools here yet, so just categories and tax converter. We don't need all of that. So under users, you can click on profile and see this is my profile. I can go ahead. This tool called Gravatar is a paid tool. I can add my profile picture so that it's going to be displaying here. I can change my password, the password for my account. I can change it here. That's the password for this website since I'm the administrator. Under settings, you have all of this. You can change the site title, the tagline. You can see giving you a business boost, or giving your business a boost, rather. Your business a boost. So we can do it that way. We can also set the side icon here. We are going to do that shortly. And then if it's a website where you want people to be able to create accounts to register, maybe like an e-commerce website or a membership website, then you will toggle this on and say anyone can register. And what will be their status when they register? As a subscriber. Then you can change the language here to any language of your choice. You can change the date format. You can change the time format. And then you can save the changes. And that is that. Now, we want to go ahead and change our theme. But before we go that, you see site icon and site logo too. We need to create those. So come to this website titled logomaker.com. The maker has no E. And click on Start My Design. You can choose any of these layouts here. They are good. Choose any of these layouts. You can use any of these layouts. So I can choose to use this. Or is there any other one? Let me use this since it's flat. I'll use this. I'll just use that layout. And here, instead of this, I can delete this and come here to look for graphics. I want to look for something related to business. I can just use this and add it here. Let me align this. And write our business tagline, say, giving your business a boost. And then I'll open that up. You can change the font here to make it more visible. You can change the font here. So this is our logo. I'm going to go ahead and click on Save. And then I'll click on Download Low Resolution. Download Low Resolution PNG file. So it's going to prompt me to add my email. I'm going to add my email and it's going to be emailed to me. I was actually having issues downloading the logo which we did. So I'm going to use Canva to do a new logo. And immediately I say logo, it shows me. Let me say business logo. Mind you, I have Canva Pro, so I'm going to be able to export the logo without the background. So it gives me these logos. I don't really like the look and feel of all of them. So let me just create something new. Let me create something new. Let me create something new from here. I'll say custom size. Let me say 1920 by 900. I want it to be really flat. What if I say 1920 by 800? Okay. I can still make this a little bit smaller. Let's say 1920 by 700. I want something that will fit well into the header section. So I'm going to use this and let me come under elements and say business. And click on graphics. Let me see which of these graphics I can use for my business logo. I can use this. Is that going to be a proper one? I can use that for my business logo. And what will I put here? Let me just put some text. Some bold text. And see. I'll reduce this a little bit. I'll put some bold text and see. 500 business. Now I'll put 500 on its own line because I'm going to make it really big, and I want to change the font family to be something like, let's say, Futura, and then I want it to be this. I can even just leave the 500 there. There's no need adding anything else. 500. Okay, so I can leave it this way. I can change the color of this 500. Now let's see, I could make this to be the 5 to be that orange. I could make the 0 to be this purple, and I could make the 0, the next 0, to be blue. So I'm going to go ahead and say this is 500 logo, and I want to export it. Because I'm using Canva Pro, I can use transparent background. That is going to remove this background, and it's going ahead and downloading. It has downloaded. Let's check it. So this is our logo. So you see, this is our logo, and then using this logo tool, we can create we can create our side icon, which should be square. So let me still come here and say 500 by 500, 500 by 500. This is now for the side icon. And under elements, I still want to search for business and graphics. And this is what we used. We are going to use the same thing for this. We want it to be centered. We want it to be, let me reduce this a little bit. We want it to be centered. So this is now going to be our side icon. You don't need to make this to be transparent background. That is if you have Canva Pro. Now, in case you don't have Canva Pro, you can use remove.bg to remove the background. Remove.bg. You can use remove.bg, just upload your whatever it is here, and you can remove the background. You see, it's using AI technology. It has already removed the background. So go ahead and download this now, and you can see that this is without the background. It's a PNG file now without the background. Look at that, the background has been removed. So we can now go ahead and use this on our website. So when you come to site icon, I will just select this. Why not use that? I mean, you can just use that which without the background. You can use your alt text here. That's for SEO. I'll set as site icon. So I'll just say crop. It's going ahead and cropping. Settings saved. There's no problem saving that again. Now you can see here it was just 500 business, nothing, but you now see the site icon over there. So that is that. Now what we want to do is to go to appearance, and we want to choose a theme. I'm going to use a theme called Astra. This is Astra. If you don't see it here, you can also search here and just say Astra, and it's going to pull up Astra. Install Astra. It's installing. Now it's been installed. Activate Astra. Yes. And when you install Astra, it's going to tell you to get the starter templates. Now, since we are going to be building everything from scratch, we don't really need the starter templates. So I can X this, that's close this too, and you can still go ahead and visit the website to see how it looks. This is what it looks like right now. Pretty blank because there is no starter template. Now, if we go ahead and click on this and delete this other thing because we don't need it, and you refresh the page, you see still no change. So come to plugins, install plugins, we have none. Click on add new plugin. The first one we want to use is called Elementor. Elementor, which is a page builder, is one of the most popular page builders. You see it has 10 million plus active installations, which is pretty huge. Click on install. We also want to install this one, essential add-ons for Elementor, and we want to install this one, Elementor header and footer builder. So we want to install all of these. So those three will suffice. Come back under install plugins, and we want to activate each of them. So just click on plugins, come to bulk actions and click on activate. And there you have them deactivated. So essential add-ons is asking us to do some customizations. We'll do the basic customization. Click on next. Now, what do we need? We don't need all of these. If all of these are on, toggled on, you see that we are going to be having a lot of website bloat. Thank God these ones are toggled off. These ones are toggled off. What do we need? Creator button, team member. Yes, we need that. Testimonial, flipbox. Yes, we need that. Advanced accordion. Yes, we need that. Event calendar. We can. Sticky video. We don't really need. Anyway, let's just leave it. Post grid, post timeline, post table, advanced data table, filterable gallery. Yes, we can use all of that. Progress bar. We can use that. Pricing table. Very important. Twitter feed, Facebook feed. Now, let's just go to next and say next. We are not upgrading, and skip. We don't need any templates. I want to show you how to build everything from scratch. Go to next and say no thanks. Congratulations. You are now set everything up. So from here, we'll be going to building the website proper. What I want to do next is to go to pages and create a new page, add new page. And it gives me all of these prompts. I want to just say home and publish. Then when I publish, I want to click on edit with Elementor. Now you can see it gives me these prompts. Unlock the power of AI. I'll just click on continue. And this is it. Let me click on publish. But I want the latest version of the Elementor UI. That's the user experience. Let me come to the dashboard. Where you see Elementor, click on settings. I'll click on this post types and save changes. And then come under features. Select activate all, and then save changes. Come back to your page, reload it, right away you can see that bar that was beneath here, it's now up here. So this is the latest version of the Elementor UI. What do I want to do now? You can come to settings and you can click on hide title. And then page layout, I want to click Elementor full width. And I will click on publish. Now I want to add an element. I'll click on this plus, add a flex box, and then this is what I want to add. And then I'll click on the 6 dots. I want to add a background and I want to add a video. To add the video, I first of all need to upload the video. I'll come to the back end, come to media, come to add new, select files, and this is the video I want to use. It is uploading. Now that the video is uploaded, I'll copy the URL and I'll come here, and where it says I'll click on video, and I'll paste the link here. And you see the video is already playing in the background, but it's not looking very good. We are going to work on that shortly. But before then, what we want to do is to bring a header here. And we want to make this to be centered. We want to make this to be white. Want to make this to be white. I want it to say, come to content, your number one partner in your growth. We want to make it to be H1. Come to style, typography, we want to make it to be Poppins. Let it be Poppins, and let it be 900, very bold. As for the size, we can make it 90. That may be too big. Let's reduce it to 80. Line height, we want to make it to be 50. Let's go ahead and increase that again. Let's make it 90. And then we want to add some text beneath here. We want to add some text. And we can make this white, centered, Poppins. And then we want this area here, we are going to adjust it to make it to be 2 lines. It is too stretched out. Now if I go ahead and look at this, this is how it looks on the page. I'll close that. Now I want to add some buttons here. I will search for buttons and I'll add them under here. Actually, let me add another container beneath here. Let me add a container beneath here. And this container, I want to make it to be horizontal. I want to add a button inside. I'm actually going to change the orientation of this container. Anyway, let it be the way it is, but I can just justify it to the center. I want to, I'm later on going to duplicate this button for them to be 2. But for now, let me work on this. And I will see, learn more. That's what I'm going to say there. And under typography style, I'm going to make this to be Poppins, of course. Poppins, of course. It's a very good color. Now, when you look at this logo, let me come to settings. Let me come to settings. When you look at this color, we can pick the different shades of color from there using a color picker tool. So I will use green, this green which is on the logo for one of the buttons. It's not exactly the green we have here. I'm going to paste this green, and then the border radius, it's too curved. I'll increase the border radius to be 15. I don't know if that's good enough. Let me make it 20. And then the top padding, let me just increase the padding in general. Then I can unlock and do the rest of it. I'll make that 16. And then on the left hand, I'll make that 25. 40 rather. And on the right hand, 40. Top 20, bottom 20. I think I need to increase the border radius again to be 30. So this is it. And then I can duplicate this and see and change it to work or hire us. If I say work with us, that's maybe too long. Anyway, I'll use that. I want to pick another color from this logo. I could pick this orange. Yes, the orange is good. It features very much. I'll come back here and make this to be orange. I'm going to add some buttons there later on. Did I pick that? It seems I didn't pick that. Let me pick that again. Okay, now so that button is orange, and I think we have it as we want it. Now, first thing I want to do is that I want to increase the space on top and the space beneath, which is called the top and the bottom padding. So I'll click on these 6 dots, come to advanced, and first of all, I want to give it the top padding of 80, not 800 definitely, and we're giving a bottom padding of 80. But I see that it is still too small. So what I can do is that I can just make the top one to be 150 and the bottom 100 or 150 still. So this is what we have. Let me look at this on the website. So this is it. I'm going to come now and do this. First things first, I want to reduce the spacing around this. So I will click on the inner container which I added, and I'm going to reduce the margin. So to shift it up, I'm going to reduce the top margin to bring it closer to the text on top. And then for this, I may reduce the line height to 80. Okay, and then I'll increase the top padding here to maybe 170, and then the 180 rather, and then this 160. So this is what we have. Secondly, what I can go ahead and do is that I can add a background overlay. So click on these 6 dots, come to style, and where you see background overlay, I'll click on background type classic, and that is that. So we can go ahead and preview the website on another page. This is what we are greeted with when we arrive on the website, and I think it is looking really, really good. Still on this section, what I want to do is that I want to change the color of this number 1. I want to change the color of this number 1. I can even give different text, different colors. So to do that, just search for my video. I'm going to put the link, 2 ways to create a multi-color heading in Elementor free version. In the comment section, I share this CSS text. So you can just come and copy it, and then you can come here and place it here. So I'm going to place it somewhere in the middle there. I'll give space and Command Control V on website on Windows. I will say number here. I will change the number. I'll say number. You can choose whichever color you want to put. Let me say, I'm going to remove this CSS, your number. So here, I'm going to change the hex code to be the purple that comes with this, the purple on this logo. Let me choose that. I will copy that and then I'll put it here. Did I copy? Let me copy this. And then I'm going to put it here. So you see it has changed that. And then I want to change the color of partner. Let me delete this other number. Number 1, partner. I will copy the same text, span this, copy, and then let me give some space, Control V, and say partner. Partner. And then let me change the color to this orange, which we already had. And I'll add that here. I'll add that you see changes. And then I'll delete the second partner. It's repeated. And then in your growth, I'll copy. This is just to give some beauty to the website. Your growth. And I will see here, your growth. You see that I will delete the second one. And then I want to use the color green. I'll copy the hex code here. And then I'll use it here for green. So there you have it. It looks a little bit more beautiful, especially for a company. This is what we have here. You could go ahead and still make this to be white and maybe just use these 2 colors. It is all up to you. All of this is just to give it more aesthetic beauty. Next, what we want to do is that we want to create another section and we want to make it to be 2 columns. We want to make it to be 2 columns. In this column, we are going to add another container. And then we'll duplicate this to be 2. I'm going to come to that. Here, first of all, I want to add something like a button, but it's not going to be clickable. I want to add a button. I want to add a button here that says our services. No, not, let me, yes, so it's not clickable. Let me preview this. Yes, it's not clickable. So I will say our services, and what I want to do is I want to come and make it white. First of all, I can go ahead and give this a dark background. Background type, I will make it black. Or not really black, but something, let me make it black, but a little bit more transparent. I want the black to be a bit more transparent. And then what I will do is I will say our services. And I want to go to style, make this to be pop-ins, of course. I'm going to increase the size of this to be that. And then I want to make the border radius to be 30. And I want to make the text itself to be black. I want to make the background first of all to be white, and then I'll make the text to be orange, not black, rather to be this orange. Text color, I'll make it to be orange. So our services, and then I want to add some text, heading to be precise, and say whatever service within our domain, we are here for you. We are here for you. And you can put an exclamation. So this is a heading. This is too long. I'll say whatever service, and then we are here for you. And I'm going to break this text into 2 lines by using a text breaker. Opening brace, / BR, and then closing brace. And it's also going to be, this is going to be white, poppins, and then I'll increase the size. Let it be 50, and the weight 900. Let's say 800. That looks a lot better. And then I want to add some text. Text here. Say poppins. You can put whatever it is you desire. For this, I'll go to lorem ipsum text. Lorem ipsum. What is this? Let me close this. I don't know, Microsoft showing us a lot of things we don't want. I want the lorem ipsum that gives you the text in English. Okay, I'm going to copy this, maybe just 1 or 2 lines. I'll copy this and put it here. I'll paste it here. That is that. I'm also going to add something under a list of icons, icon list and icon list. I'll use just 2. And then for the icon itself, I want to use something like this checkbox, or I can use this, the dot, and see my accounting services, and I'll use the same thing. Let me use this and use this here too. Say times. And here I'm going to see marketing services. Go to style. For the icon, I want the icon to be probably orange too. Orange. paste that there, orange, and then the list, the spacing, I'll make them a little bit more spaced, give it 10 spacing, and then the text color should be white, typography, pop-ins, that is that. So I want to add some icon boxes here. What I'll do is this. I'm going to make this to be horizontal, so I'm going to add an icon box, and if I duplicate this, you see both of them will be on the same line. So this is what I want. I'll first delete this, and then I work on this one, and the first one I will change the icon. I'll say marketing. No, for marketing I'll use a chart. Yes, I'll use this chart and see marketing services, and of course I'm going to get some English lorem ipsum text. Let's just leave it the way it is without this text down here, and I'm going to break this text into two using the same text breaker. So this is marketing services, and then I want to change the color of the icon. Yeah, I don't know why I'm trying to pick this icon, it's not going. I've picked that up. Go to style, icon, and then I'm going to paste that there. Did I paste? It seems I didn't even copy. Paste that there. You know what? I'm going to add this text there. Copy and paste content. Let me go to this. I'll paste that there, and then I'll make it the content, the style. Now this marketing, I'm going to make it white, of course, and then the typography should be pop-ins. Typography is pop-ins. I can increase the size to 25, and then the description, I'll make it that grayish color, and then it's also going to be pop-ins. Pop-ins, that is that. The icon size, I want it to be huge. I want the icon to be huge. Let's say 130. I think I could do better with this chart. This should be better. Yes, this should be better. And then I'll go ahead and duplicate this. Yeah, I begin to see some of the lapses in the design now. The icon is too big. Icon is too big. And then this text is also too big. And then what I want to do is that I want to give it a padding. First of all, I want to change the background color, position, the box, alignment, icon space, and all that content. That is that. Now let me go ahead and change the padding to 30, and then I'll come and reduce the size of the text to 12. Let me look at this, how it looks. Not bad, not bad, not bad, not bad, not bad, not bad. I think the previous size of the text was not very bad. The previous size of the text was not bad, 15. I think I like the way it looks right now. It's not bad. And then I want this to be the same, so I'll just copy this and paste style. So it's the same thing. Here I'm going to change the icon, accounting. Let me say accounting. Let's say money. Yes, so this is accounting, and I'll say accounting. I don't like that. Money. Let me use this, and I'll say accounting services. That is it. And then I'm going to duplicate this. Duplicate this, and this will be negotiation or whatever you want to talk about, or real estate, and then here you can put whatever it is you want, whatever icon it is you want. Whatever, you can put whatever it is you want. Let's look at it on the home page. So these are the services, and you can see how they look. What I'm going to do is that I'm going to make this side of the container to be 45 and this 55. If you hear a child crying in the background, that's my son. Hope it doesn't disturb you. And then I want to give this top, this area, this section, a top padding of 70. No, not this. This entire section, a top padding of 70. Or let's just make it 100. And then this 80. And if we look at that on the front end, so you see this is our services area. So it's looking pretty good. This is our services area. We could still go ahead and reduce the amount of text that is here, but I don't see any need for that. This is our services area. So next we want to add a section beneath here, another section, and it's still going to be 2 columns. On this section we are going to have some pictures on this area, on this side, and on this side we are going to have some information. So what we want to first of all do is that I want to go ahead and add some pictures. So let me add image, and then I can upload some images I'll upload some images. Let's say I can upload this and this. I'm uploading them. So I'm going to add this. I'll duplicate this and change the picture to maybe this. I'll duplicate this too. Let me just work with these two. So I may add another picture. Let me just duplicate this. And here, let me add this picture. I'll select it. And then I want to bring it on top. Oh no, I've messed that up. Let me bring it back here. I want to bring it on top here. Then what I want to do is that I want to make this, when we go to size, image resolution, let's say medium large. No, I'll leave it to be, let me make it custom. And then the width, 1920 by 1440, or rather 1440 by 1920, which is the actual height. It messes that up. Let me remove this and just put it to be full width. I want to give this a border. I'll give this a border. Come to style, come to border type, solid, and the border color, I can make this to be white. Border width, let me make it 12, too thick, 7. The max width, let me change that here. It should be 59. And then border radius, I want to make the corners a little bit rounded. Let me make this 65. And then I want to make this one to be on top. So I'll come here and I'll give the margin minus, I'll keep increasing it until I'm satisfied, 120. For these, I can align it to the left. And then for this, let's say 120, 150. Then I want it to be aligned to the right. So I'm going to give a left of 120, 120. And then right, I'm going to make it minus 120 to balance the size. If I don't want it to extend too much into the other compartment, I can just leave it minus, let's say minus 80. I see this, I want it to really come up a little bit more, and I'll say minus 160. Minus 180 rather. And then I want to come to style and give it, I want to give it a border type. solid, and the border radius should be 10. That is that. Border radius, let me increase that. I want it to be as rounded as the other one. 30. So for this, I can just go ahead and delete this for now. So I forgot to give the border type here. It should be solid, and I want it to be 10, and I want it to be white. So that is that. Okay, so I'm thinking it will be better for us to put this picture on the other side and to bring this one more to the right. So I'm going to click here on this picture and I'm going to bring it to the right. And then for this one, I'm going to do the opposite of what I've done here. Instead, I'm going to make it left minus 120 and then right. Yes, so that is what I'm going to do. Let me look at how this looks on mobile. Yes, this is good enough. We can even go ahead and add another picture here. Mind you, on the mobile layout is going to look a little bit different because these adjustments to the margin and to the padding may not well apply to the mobile version. So what I'll go ahead and do is that I can add the other picture. Let me just duplicate this and then add the other picture, this picture. Yes, so I'm adding this, but for this, let's see, I want this to come right up here. I can make the top minus 380 or even minus 680. Yes, that is that. But I want to make this a little bit small. I want to put it in a circle. So I'll come to style, and for the border radius, I'm going to increase and increase and increase and increase until I get a circle. Now, I decided to change this picture to put a picture that is square in dimension. So let me go ahead and upload this picture. In the place of that, I will select this. Okay, you now see I'm going to come back here and give it, and I'll continue to increase this until it becomes a circle. You see it's taking shape. I'll increase until I'm satisfied with the circular nature. I think 300 will do. 300. Yes, that's 300. Then right now I want to adjust the size. Let me make it 65%, and then I can bring it to the top again. Yes, then I want to shift it left again. Now, mind you, when you do this, you need to increase the right dimensions too, to do some form of a balancing act. If not, it's going to increase in size, but you will not really see the effect in the direction. Let me increase this. Yes. And then I'm going to increase this again. This is just to shift it. Okay. I want it to come down a little bit, 695. Then minus 185. Yes. And in the same way, we can change the borders of this. Maybe you want to use the colors of this website. For this, you see the border color is this. You can change it from white to orange. You can change the border color from white to orange just by putting this hex code here. You can change the border color of this one too, to green, maybe to green. I'll copy this. You can change the border colors of this one. No, let's say this picture up to green. You just paste the green hex code here. So that is that. You may also want to change this one to the purple. The border colors to purple. So you click here and come to the border and you just paste the hex code there. So you see it gives us some level of uniformity, and it's the aesthetic design. It's kind of cool. Let's look at it, how it's going to look. I don't know why this does not show on. Somehow this does not show on when I preview the page. Let me preview the page again. Anyway, it shows here. I don't know why it does not show here, but it shows on the page itself. So now what we want to go ahead and do is that we want to add some text on this other side. So what we need to do is we need to add a container inside here. We need to add a container, and I want also add a button. So I'll copy this first, copy this and paste inside here. I'll copy and paste inside here, but I'll bring it to the top. Let me scroll. That's not what I want to do. Let me bring it back here. I want to shift it to the top. Yes. And then I want to change the border colors. I want the border colors to be, no, not the background color, the border color. Let's say the border type should be solid, but I want the color to be somehow grayish, and I want the border width to be just 1. Yes, let it just be 1. And then the box shadow, you can add the shadow if you want. You can add the shadow whichever way you want. Let's make it 2. That's too much, 1. And then we reduce the transparency so that it's not too much. And we change this to about us. About us. About us. Was it all caps there? No. About us. Then we want to add some heading text here. I'll copy this and paste it here. And you see the color has changed because it's on a white background. The color has not changed, rather it's not visible. So let's make this black. And let's see, helping businesses all over the world. We can do it like that. Don't worry about this. We are going to change the padding very soon. And then we want to add some text here. Let's just add some lorem ipsum text, as we've been doing. No, not everything. I'll copy this and I'm just going to paste it here. And I'm going to make this to be a bit darker, I'll make this poppins. And then I want to add a list here, an icon list. Here. You can make it whatever you want. I'm going to use one, and then I'm going to duplicate. For the icon, I'm going to look for a checkbox like this, and I'll insert it here. And I'm going to use the orange color. I'm going to use the orange color for this. So the icon color, I'll change it to orange. Paste the hex code here. For the size of the icon, I'll increase it to 30. For the list, the text, let me come and change it here. This first one, I'll see marketing solutions, and then I'll come to the style tab, the text. I'm going to make it darker. Typography should be poppins, of course. Typography is poppins. And then I want to make it, the text, to be bolder, to be bigger. Let's do 22, and the thickness should be 600 pixels. Then now we can easily just duplicate this and see accounting. Duplicate these two and see logistics management. This one we see shipping and freight. No, shipping and luggage. And then this we see, we can see air and freight management, or air freight management. I'll remove and. From here, you can also go ahead and add one and see human resources. So these are the things which we do in short. And then we can add a button. Down here, which will see more about us, and we want this button to be this same orange. I think we still have this. We are going to link this page to the About Us page when we eventually get it done. So that is that. And then we want to make the typography to also be poppins. I want to make it to be bigger, the text to be bigger. 18, and the weight should be 600. But we want to make the button to be bigger. First of all, the border radius, let's make it round. Then now we can unlock this. The top padding, let's make it 20. Bottom padding, let's make it 20. Left 40, right 50. That is that. Let me publish this and take a look at it on the front page. So we have this, it's looking quite good. But what we can do is that we can shift this to the right. It's too close to the other section. So what I can do from here is that, first of all, even on top, there needs to be some space. I'll click on this container, come to advanced, and then where you see padding, I'll unlock that. The top padding, let me give it 60. Left padding, let me give it 60 still. And I can publish and see how it looks on the front end. I think it looks good. 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 We can reduce some of this text here. Maybe we don't want too much text there as it is right now. And then we save. Let's look at it on the front end. I think that is that. We are getting to perfection. We are getting there. So let's continue our journey. Next, we want to add our client logos so that people know the clients we've worked with. So I'm going to go ahead. Now, before we go ahead, I want to add a padding to this entire section. This entire section, I'm going to click here. I'm going to come and give it the top padding of 70. And if we do that, then we can reduce the padding of this one to maybe 50. So I want to give this a top padding. I'll increase it to 100. And then a bottom padding too of 100. Not 1000, 100. And if we preview that right now, let's see how it looks. Just mind you, later on I'm going to remove this color. It looks a little bit odd there. I'm going to remove it and replace it with orange, or maybe just leave it white. So this is how it looks on the front end right now. If I should preview this on mobile, you can see it looks kind of odd. We are going to change the mobile layout very, very shortly when we are done with the desktop layout. So we want to add our client logos. What we need to do is that we'll click on carousel. And when you see image carousel, we can use this. There are quite a number of others which we can also use. And then I'm going to add the client logos here. These are the logos. I'm going to add all of them. These are just sample logos. I'm going to now insert them and say create gallery. I'll insert the gallery. So you can see them here, but since these pictures, all of them have a transparent background, you really cannot see them here. What I want to do is that, first of all, I'm going to change the slides to show. I'll go and see 5. I want to be able to see 5 slides. And then I want to make this to be full width. That's end to end. And I want to come to style, and the background, I want to change it to black. So you now see the logos, they are showing fully well. I also want to increase the size of this bar, the height. I want to increase the height. So I'm going to change this. It's not giving me what I want. Let me go ahead and do this again. Let me see, 300 here. I'm not very okay with this. Now, wait a minute. Let me go to justify content. I'll justify this in the middle. Okay. I think I like what it shows now. Then for the size of the images, I want to be able to, let me say full. Yes, so it shows a lot better now. Let the image show the full image. So it shows a lot better now. And if we go ahead and save this and preview this on the website, I like this. I like this. So let's come back to our page which we are building. Next, we want to add a section that shows customer satisfaction from our clients. So I'm going to add a section with 2 columns. And in this column, I want to add some text. Let me add an inner container inside here. And then I'll add this same button. I'll copy this and I'll paste it here. And then here I'll see our customers. No, let me see. Customer. What am I doing? Customer satisfaction. Okay, I can leave it as it is. And then I can make this to be centered. I'll add some text here. I'll add some text and see. We measure customer satisfaction. Yes, and then I can add some text. Let me just duplicate this, or let me just copy. I'll copy and paste it inside here. I think this is too long because I want to put it in a circle. And I'll see you first. Let me just say you first. You first. Okay. Then I can make this to be bold. Poppins. Poppins. And the size let me make this 800. Line height this, and then I'll center it. I'm going to center it thus. I want to use the same code which we used here to change some of the text to another color. Let me use what we used for partner. I'll copy right up to here. And then I'll put this around customer. I want to change the text for customer. Control V. And I'll change partner to customer. And I'll delete the other customer text there. I'll delete that. And then I want to make this to be a circle. I will do that by coming to style, coming to borders, and border radius. I'll make this 30. Let me see border type. First of all, let me give this a background type called classic. And then let me paste the hex code, this hex code here, and make it, and use a variant of it for the background. Paste. Now you see, I can use a variant of these for the background. I'm trying to see which one would work best. Okay. Border. Let me make this 300 and see. Yes, but we still need to align some items inside here. I will break this text up. First of all, let me give this a padding, all round padding. The more I increase the padding, the more you see the circular shape coming into place. Let me make it 100. 100 may be too much. Let me save and preview on the front end. It's not actually circular. So let's reduce this to 95 and see, preview it. I think we have a perfect circle here. So that is that. The other text, I'm going to change them to white. Let me change this to white. I'm going to change this to white. So there we have it. Circular. Then we want to add some statistics here. So we'll look for progress bar. You can add this here. Progress bar. And we want to, this one will first see service. So this progress bar describes, it tells our web visitors, our website visitors, it gives them an overview of how pleased people are with, our customers are with our services. So for service as described, let's see, 99% of people think that our service, the service they received from us, was exactly as it was described. I'll change the typography to Poppins. I'll change the typography to Poppins. And for the number 2, typography here, Poppins. For the counter, typography should also be Poppins. Yes, I think it is Poppins. For the counter, I can increase it to 21. And for both, I don't want it to be too dark. Copy. Then the field, background type, color, I'll make this the same color. And then I want to duplicate this. Let me just duplicate this. And here I will say communication. $90. I will just make this 100. Then the next parameter will be, let's say, follow up. Follow up. Follow up. And then I'll duplicate. Would recommend. let's say follow up, let's say 98. Let's not be too biased. One side. Follow up, let's say 98%. So 99% of people see the service is exactly as it was described. 100% of people see the communication is good. 98% of people see the follow-up was good. Then let's say 97% of people see they would recommend our services to somebody else. Let's say 97.5. 97.5, yes, 98% of people say they will recommend our services to somebody. So we can add a heading on top of here. Let's duplicate this. Duplicate this and change this to black. And then I want to make this to be, I want to also reduce the size 48. And I'll see matrices. I don't know if I'm being too verbose here. Of customer sentiment, whatever that means. And then I want to give this entire section a top padding of 40 and a left padding of 40. Let's look at this. Before we do that, I'll give this entire section a top padding of 80 and a bottom padding of 80 still. So I'll save that and preview this. I think I can increase the padding, top and bottom padding to 100, and then these two 100. Let's give it some breathing space. Here too, this other section. Okay, I think this was 100. So we're giving it some more breathing space. I think this is good. So let's continue with the home page. Now we want to add another section. We can add a section with, past jobs, like something like a portfolio. So I want to add a section with 3 columns. I'll add this section with 3 columns. I'm going to duplicate this. And for each of these, we're just going to add maybe 3 to 6. For each of these, what I want to do is that I want to click here on this column and add a background type. But here, I'm not going to change the color. I'm going to add an image. So I'll come back to my photos, ABCDE pictures, and I'm going to select a number of these. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then I'll select this. I'm going to use this first one. You see, it doesn't really show well. So what I want to do first of all is that I want to change the borders. I want it to be more rounder. Border reduce. I'm going to make it more round. Let's see, 15. I'm going to add some text on top. Some text on top. And we'll name, we can see ABC Company. And I'm going to center it. I'll make this text to be white because we are going to do an overlay. Poppins. Yes, and then I'm going to add some text. Lorem ipsum, of course, just one line sentence, just one sentence. I don't know what it is about this lorem ipsum. You want to copy something, it gives you a lot more than you're asking for. I wish everyone in life were the same. Give you more than you ask for. Anyway, let's go ahead. I'll paste this here. And I'll change the color. The text to still be Poppins. Now you can use any font for your text. You must not necessarily use Poppins like myself. And I want to do this. I want to make the image. Now I want to come to the image, the position, let it be center. And the display size, it should be cover. I also want to increase the padding. So first off, I'm going to increase the padding on each side to be 30, and then I'm going to unlock and then increase the top padding to be 50, and then the bottom padding to be 50. Does that really show the picture as I want it to? I don't think so. Let me make this 60 and then the bottom 60. Okay, and then I want to come back to style. I want to give it a background overlay. Let it be dark so that this text, and then I'll reduce the size of the text. The text is too big. Okay, you now see. I'll reduce the size of these two. Now I'm going to drag this. I'm going to reduce the margin, the top margin, to make it closer to the text on top. Then I want to come now to the padding. Top, I can make it 80. Bottom 80. It still doesn't show well. Let me make this 120. Bottom 120. $110. Okay, that is that. So these are companies which all of these it's one of the companies that we have worked with, and we can even go ahead and add, something like a button here, but we'll not do that for this. Let's make it simplistic. I'm going to duplicate this. I didn't add a margin to distinguish this. Then margin of this should also be 10 all round. And then I can duplicate this further. I will delete this last cell. I will simply change the picture here. I'll simply change the picture, use this one. You can change the text here to whatever you want. I'll change the picture of this one too. I'll change it to this shipping logistics picture. I will duplicate this. Simply change the picture of these two. And I'll change it to this No, let me change it to this airplane. And the one in the middle, I will change it to yes, these people talking. And of course, this one, I will change it least but not the last but not the least to this. How many pictures did I get? Yes, so this is our portfolio. And we need a heading, a header inside here. For this header, I may need to add another section and see view our portfolio. You know what? I'll just copy this. Copy. Let me delete this. I will just paste this here. I will center this. View. I will say view. View our, what is happening to me this morning? And I'll put portfolio inside here. Portfolio. And I'm going to delete this. View our portfolio. Did I delete something there? View our portfolio. I will bring this up. Now I want to give this. I don't think it's even necessary changing the padding or giving it a margin. I think it's okay the way it is. So let me just take a run through. Like I said, I'm going to remove this. On second thought, I don't think this color here, it looks really out of place. Remember, we just got the logo right off the bat. I will take a look at the website on the front end and see how it looks. I think it looks good. For this, I could make this area to be a little bit more stretched out, this entire section. Let me make it to be 1240. And same here, 1240. Yes, not bad. We can still increase this. I will say 1350. And here 1350. Let's look at this on the front end. I think I like it this way. 1350. Okay, so what we want to do now is we want to add a customer review section. We are going to add a section and we are going to make it this. I want to add a container inside here. You see, if I duplicate this container now, it comes down instead. So what we want to do is that we want to change. Where did this come from? I don't know where this came from. Anyways, I wanted to delete. Okay, what I want to do is that for this entire section, I want to make it to be horizontal, so that if I duplicate this container, it's going to come to the side instead. And the reason I'm doing this is because I'm going to be doing customer reviews or testimonials. Let's see what essential add-on gives us. Let me duplicate this and see the other testimonials, which one we can use. Testimonials. So these are the two. I think I'll use the one which comes right off the bat with Elementor. I'm going to use this one. I'll use this one. Let me drag it and put it here. And I'm going to have to get pictures for the testimonials. You can get them from anywhere. You can get them from pexels.com. You can get free stock pictures from here. If I just run the search query, say man, and I click search, you see it gives me, these are the kind of pictures I want. Pictures like this, which are like passport size photos for the testimonials. I can use this too. If you hear any sound on the background, it's my power source, power backup. It just took the lights. So I'll open this in new tab. I can download this for some time now. Their custom chooser, custom selection is not working like before. It used to be that if you came here, you put 1,000. You could also put 1,000 here, but now it automatically selects. So I'm just going to delete, just download the small one. I'm also going to download this one, small. Let me just see for this one, medium. For this one too, medium. Okay. And I now want to look for woman. Yes, you see, I'm going to use this beautiful lady. I'm going to use this one too. And let's just have another one for backup. Let's have this gracious lady for backup too. This one may not really do the trick because it's too long. It's too long. Let's see if another one. Okay, you can use this one instead. So I'm going to click here on medium and download that. Medium and download that. Mind you, we are not going to use all of them. We have just 4 testimonials. So I just want to have variety so that if one doesn't work well, we can always switch it to the other. Select it. I can now go ahead and close these tabs. If you're looking for pictures, there is another one called pixabay.com. There is also unsplash.com. So these are all free resources. Here you can get pictures, you can get vectors for whatever design you want. So these are useful resources. On Splash, you can see, I think here they have both free and paid pictures, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, on splash.com you can get paid pictures from here. So these are resources you may want to keep in mind. And they also have videos, mind you. They also have videos. Take for example, woman. I can go to videos. This is for pixels. And search videos. And you see here, these are pictures. These are videos of women. You may want to use this for your designs, for whatever. And the videos are pretty high quality. You can download some of them up to 4K. Some of them come in as high as 4K. Let's take for example this one. I don't know why somebody will be wearing a ring on their nose, but I guess they have a reason. This one is HD. See, 1920 by 1080p. And There are others which come in as high as 4K. As high as 4K. Let me go to videos. Let me look at this one. Anyway, this one is still HD 1920 by 1080. Anyway, that's just an aside. You can use those for your resources for your web development projects. So when I click here, it gives me this. I want to just use some text here, some lorem ipsum text. I'm going to use this and I'm going to put it here. I'm going to paste it here. I want to choose an image. I'm just going to upload all those images which we downloaded. Somehow just 2 men and 3 women were downloaded. We used it as it is. Let's upload it right now. The first person we want to use is this elderly gentleman. We want to use his picture here. And we want to change this text. First of all, we want to give this a dark background. Background type, we want to make it black. So we want to make this text to be white. And we want to make it, give it a border radius. We want to give the entire section, the entire column a border radius. Border radius. It may not really show, but let's give a shadow. For this particular one, we can change the background to be let's make the background a little bit more. Let me change the background from here. Oh, when I do this, it keeps moving. Let me drag this to the end. So you see we've made the background a little bit clearer than the entire section. Border radius. Let's click on this. It's not showing. There is something I need to do. Let me see the border type, solid. And then the border width should be 1. The border radius. This should be what I should be changing. Entire column, name, and all that. I want this, the border, to be rounded. Let me do 20 and see how it shows. Let me preview this and see how it shows. Okay, you see here we have the border radius. It doesn't really show well on when we are developing. I think this is probably WordPress glitch or maybe an Elementor glitch. Now it shows. You can see it's showing here. I want to give this an inner padding. An inner padding of 40. And then I want to make this text to be smaller. I want it to be Poppins, of course. Our beloved Poppins. I want the text to be smaller. 14. And then I can increase the line height I can increase the line height. The padding seems too much. It may cause us some problems when we duplicate this. Okay, I will duplicate this and duplicate this again. And I'll delete this. Now you see it looks a little bit different here. Let me change the title or the name. The name should be white. And also, or the name, we can make it orange. We can give the name, make the name to be orange. Yes, that's the name. Poppins. And then for the title, we can make it white. And instead of this, we are going to say New York. So this is going to be where the person comes from. New York. Same thing here. We want to change the image of this person to this beloved lady here. We may actually go ahead. Let me copy this style and paste it here. Paste style, and then I'll duplicate again. What I want to do is to publish and look at it on the front end. On the front end, this is what it shows. They are too stretched. So I want to, first of all, before I go ahead, I want to make this, let's say 1250, and save. I will change this to this gentleman. And then I will change this. Let me use this elderly lady. And let's see, for this, she's from LA. This one from UK. This one from Germany. And I'll publish. Let me look at this on the front end. Let me preview this. And it looks a little bit good. I think what I need to do is to reduce the size, the length of the testimonial text. I'll end at letters. After all, it's just dummy text. Just dummy text. So if I save this now and I preview this, you can see how it looks. It looks more squared, and that is actually a good thing. What we want to do now is to increase the top and the bottom paddings. So for the top padding, I'll make it, let's say 60, not 600, 60 please, and this 60. Can we preview this? What does it look like? It looks good, but one thing we forgot to do is to give this section up a bottom padding. So I'll click here and I'll give this a bottom. You can even give it just a margin, bottom margin of 100. So no, not this second one, a bottom margin of 100. And then here I can increase the padding on top to 80 and the one beneath to 80. That is that. So to complete the home page, what I want us to do is that I want us to, we didn't give a heading here, we are going to give that. What I want us to do is to give an email capture form. Not, it's different from, it's going to be different from contact form. This one is for email marketing. Let me give a heading here, and then I will reduce the top padding. I'll instead bring this here. I will see what our customers see. Let me copy this. I will copy this and I'll paste it here. I'll paste what our customers see. And I want to make this to be you know what, I'll just copy this and paste, and then I'll delete this and see what our customers see. And this is it, but I want to make this to be white and then give it a background of black to match this section. Yes, then I want to give the padding now here. The top padding should be 100. That seems too big, 80. And then bottom padding, that is that. So if we look at this again on the front end, we see that our website is beginning to take shape and form. Our website is taking shape and form. I can make the bottom padding here to be 100. Why not? So I can do an email capture form here for sign up. If we look for newsletter or email, we don't see much of that there. Let me see if WordPress has anything which is inbuilt. A lot of what we could use for free are paid, so we'll just use what we have. Sign up. Let me see, sign up. Let me go to essential add-ons and see what they have. Advanced search, we don't need all of that. Essential add-ons. Okay, let's just do let's just do something on our own. So we are going to have to install a plugin. let's come to the back end and let's install a plugin which is called Metform. Metform. This is the plugin. Install it and activate it. And let me reload this page. Metform should be somewhere. Here it is. Come to Forms. And you have to go through all of this. Next. Next. Let me see back. Email kit. I don't want that. Next. Save changes. It's been saved. Okay. So it brings you to the dashboard. You can click on Get Started to follow the documentation. It redirects you. We don't want that. Let me come to General. Newsletter integration. If you have your MailChimp API, you can add it here. But I'll just come to Forms. And I'll click on Add New. Let's say newsletter. These are some forms that they give you for these ones are free. If you have the Pro plugin, you can use all of this. I'm going to use this free one and say edit form. So this is the form, but since it's just a sign up form, we don't need all of this. I'm going to remove this. I'll delete this too, or you can change this instead. You see email, label email address. I can change this instead to email here. This should be email address. And what does it say here? Copy. I'll add this here. I'll change this here instead and paste, and then add email. Placeholder, add email. Copy. Let me see this help text. And then I'm going to see add email here. So I can delete these. What did I do? Did I also delete the button? Let me close this. It seems I mistakenly deleted the button. Let me click on add new again. I'm going to edit form. Okay, seems I deleted some elements without knowing. Let me just delete this instead. I will delete this. For this, I'm going to move this here. And then I can delete last name. This reCAPTCHA, I will not use it here. First name, last name. Yes, I've added a button. All of them should be on one line. widget space, column percentage. I can change the percentage. Let's say 33. This should also be 33.3, and this should be 33.3. Why not 33? Yes, 33. So that is how it is. And you can change the color of this style here. You can change it to orange. Change the color here to orange. And then you update and close. Now, let me view this. This button is kind of on top. Let's try to edit again. Edit. No, edit with Elementor. It's loading. So when I come to the advanced tab, I see that the padding is 11. Let me increase it to 40 and publish. Then I can preview this. You see it's now aligned to the center. It's now aligned to the center. So it's just first name, email address, and then not send message, but rather subscribe. I want to look at the button. The button, the border radius, shadow. So I want to change the text and say subscribe. Subscribe. That's supposed to be the text there. Subscribe. And the button, the typography should be Poppins. Poppins. That should be it. And it should be 17 and 600. Bold. So if I come back to my dashboard and I go under forms, med forms, this is the one we're working with. I'll copy the shortcode, come back to the page I was editing, and let me add something here. A section. I will search for shortcode. I will paste the shortcode there. If I publish and I go to the home page, you look at it, this is it here. So what I want to do is that I want to come to style, to edit. I'll edit this again and say subscribe to newsletter. Now you can go ahead and configure this as much as you want. Capture user browser data. You can do that. You can hide the form after submission. For submission entries, you can limit the total number of times anybody should submit to once. Count views. Yes, you can put that there. You can redirect them to another page after subscription. So this is a success message. Thank you for submitting successfully. Your form was submitted successfully. Confirmation. Confirmation mail sent to. You can add that. And then email from, reply to. And you can use a shortcode to put the email address which the person used to sign up. You can use that shortcode. It will be something like email depending on how it was on, you can use something like that. So whenever somebody subscribes, it's going to be sent to their email notification. You can integrate HubSpot or MailChimp as your email marketing provider. If you do that, they are going to ask you for the list ID, and you're going to have to integrate the shortcode, the API key. So that is how it works. But for now, we just wanted to look at the basics. Let me go ahead and close this. So we have this on our page. Let me reload. What I wanted to change is this: subscribe to newsletter, general. Subscribe to newsletter. So it's been changed to subscribe to newsletter. So if I do this now, you see it's supposed to have been changed here. I don't know what's happening. I've changed the form name to subscribe to newsletter. Let me open edit with Elementor again and change the name of this form. It shows here the name has been changed to subscribe to newsletter. Here it is, but it's still showing on the front end. Is still showing here. Let me reload this. That must be a Medform glitch. You know, no software is perfect. Now what I want to do is that we want to align it to the center. It's kind of on one side here. Let's align it to the center. So I'll click here and I will say align to center. Center. Medform ID. That is that. So from now, what we want to do is to create other pages. So we have our home page. But before we go, I want us to change this. These too many colors, they look kind of childish. We are going to use white here for this button, and we are going to make this to be orange. All of these to be orange. So let's come to the home. This looks a bit childish, so I'm going to use orange for the text, and then the background for the text, I'm going to make it orange. And then for the background, I'm going to make it white. That is that. Now let me make this to be thicker. Yes, then for this, I want to make them to be, I will change this text to be white. White is FFF. I think I removed it already. Let's leave it that way. At least there is no color riot there. So we can create other pages now. Let me come on the dashboard. I want to create the contact page. Come to pages, all pages. I want to create a new page called contact page. Contact. Publish. And edit with Elementor. So here we also want to make it go to settings. We want to hide title I want to make the layout to be Elementor full width. And then we are going to add an image here. We are going to add a section, and the background is going to be an image. So I'll come to Classic, and then I'll choose an image. There was an image we previously, but we didn't use. Yes, this is it. Image resolution should be full, position should be center, and then display size should be cover. I want to add some text here. I can pick this here. I'll copy this. Let me just paste it here. I will delete this first one. I will say get in touch. Get in touch. Get in touch. And I'll change the text color to be white. It affects only those which have not been edited using CSS. And for this entire section, I want to give it a background overlay, black background overlay, so we can make it a little bit fainter by increasing the transparency. Now let's touch the margin. I want to give it padding, not margin. Margin of 150, not 50 rather. And bottom 150. So there we have it. Get in touch. We can increase the size of this text. Let it be bigger. Get in touch. 90. We now want to add a contact form and our Google Maps. So we'll add two columns. Two columns. On one column, we are going to add a contact form. We'll go back to our dearly beloved Med form. Let me close this. Med form. And go to Forms. I want to add new. And I want to use this second demo and edit form. It takes some time to load. Sometimes it takes a while to load. So this is what we have. And it's giving us all of this. So we can just use it the way it is. Telephone number. If you want to add some questions and all that, you can go ahead and add them here. But to me, this looks good the way it is. I'm just going to change the typography of all of this and use pop-ins for the name. And I'm going to use for the input too. For the input, let me see label. These should also be pop-ins. So I can just copy and paste style. Paste style here too. Paste style. Paste style. Paste style. And the same thing here. Paste style. For this, I'll do the same thing. Pop-ins. Same thing here. Pop-ins. And then for the button, I'm going to change the color, the background color to be orange. Paste style. For this reCAPTCHA, for the reCAPTCHA, if you want to find out how to get your Google reCAPTCHA key, I have a video I made on that. You can check the description of this video. I'm going to link a number of resources you can use for further learning. So Poppins here, and I want to make this to be 15, and I want to make it to be 600. Let me paste that. Poppins here too, and Poppins. We are using Poppins everywhere on this website. Poppins. Okay, so we can go ahead and publish this. Let's change the name to actual or contact us, but hide title. I'll publish, I'll update and close. So you see, I'll copy this and bring it here, and then I want to look for shortcode. I drag it here like we did for the last one, and then I'll paste the shortcode here. You see, it gives us a beautiful contact form. Very, very beautiful contact form. If we can preview this, okay, so this is what we have here. Now I want also add an image here on this side. I will add an image, and it's an image with a transparent background of this wonderful lady here. So I'm going adding this picture here of this wonderful lady, and I want to make all of this give all of this a black background. I don't know if it's necessary, but I'll just leave it this way, the way it is. I wanted to give it a black background, but I don't think there's need for that. Let me go ahead and preview this. So this is what we see on the front end, which I think is quite good. We want to add another section, and we add our Google Maps. Sometimes Google Maps doesn't work in certain locations. Thank God it's working well here. So I'll go ahead and I want to make this to be full width, and whatever your location is, you can go ahead and put it inside here. For the height, I want to increase the height. You can increase the height to something like this. So this is our contact page. If this person sends a message, it's going to go to the contact email, which you configured as your admin email on the back end of this form. So this is this for the contact form, for the contact page. We also need an about us page. Let's go to pages, add new, and then let's say about us, publish, edit with Elementor. This is the about us page. By the way, this contact page looks good. Let's look at it on mobile. So for the mobile layout, this particular page doesn't need too much work. What we simply need to do maybe is to adjust this. We'll do that when we come to the mobile layout. So we want to add a section here and want to add a background. Want to add a background. Let me go look for a picture for the background. We can add this picture for the background, this here, and select, we add it, and of course position, center, display size. You know what we could do? Let's just copy this. There's no need to make our job shorter. Copy and paste here. I will delete this. What I'll simply do is to change the picture. I'll change to this picture and see about us. It will make it easier for us when we come to the point of mobile responsive editing. For the background overlay of this one, I want to make it, the picture is very light, so you can make it a little bit darker. So for the about us section, we can add 2 columns too, and then we can add some text here. Let me come to the home page. I'll copy this text, copy, and paste it here. Let me add an inner container here. Paste. And see what is unique. What is unique about us? I'll make this to be 100. And then I'll increase the line height to 90. We could even make it 100. Here beneath, let's duplicate this container. We want to put something else here. Want to add some text. We'll add some text here. Of course, our beloved lorem ipsum. I'll copy this. And I want to break the text for it to be readable, more readable. I will change the typography to Poppins. And I want to change the line height to that. I'll add some pictures inside here. Let me add this picture. I know we've used it before, but there's no harm in that. duplicate, add another picture. I'm going to upload another picture. We could use this. Mind you, we've already used these pictures before, but there is no harm in using them. There is no need going for more pictures all the time. It's loading. I don't know, it's quite heavy. So it's loaded. I'm going to add that inside here. Let me preview the page. Okay, what I can do is that I can increase this to 1240 and then shift this inside container, this container, give it a left padding of 40, and then I'll preview it. What's unique about us? Okay, I'll give it a top padding 2 of 40 or 50 rather. So that is that. What I can do is, instead of this top padding of 50, let me remove this. Let me make it maybe 20, because I'm still going to give this entire section a top padding of, let's say, 80. And then instead I'll add a button under here. So let me just remove this top padding and then add a button here. We already did some buttons, created some buttons. I'll copy this and paste it there. So this is this, and see, contact us. Contact us. So I'm going to preview this page right now. I can shift this button a little bit on top by reducing the top margin to -20. -20. So this is this. And we can also, on this about us, we can add this carousel, this logo carousel. By the way, we're supposed to add a heading here. Logo carousel, we can add it here. Let me copy this same heading and paste it here. And see some of our past, or our past. Our past. Our past clients. I'll remove that. And then I'm going to give this a top margin of 80. I'll reduce this to 40. So if I do that, so if I preview this page, this is what it looks like. This is the About Us page. If we look at it on mobile, we don't have too much work to do, except areas like this. We don't have too much work to do. So that is the About Us page. Then let us look at something like our services page. Our services page. So we are just going to use these here and probably add some buttons and then link each of them to a page. So we want to come to our services. Let's come to dashboard and come to pages and click on add new and see services. I'll publish this, publish, and then edit with Elementor. What I want to do is I want to do the same thing I did here, services, copy this, I'll paste and see our services. Our services. Our services. I'll come to style tab. I'll change this. Okay, so these are our services. What I'll do is I'm going to copy all of these. Copy and paste. But I'm going to do some changes. Copy and paste. So here I'm going to say shipping. Here I'm going to say accounting, and I'll put a line breaker, services. Here I'll say shipping and then I'll put a line breaker, say logistics. Here I'll say marketing services. Here I'll say air freight line breaker management. Here I may change this to, let's see, investment management. And this whatever this is, company assessment, whatever that means. I'll put a line breaker here. Or let's say insurance management. I don't know if it's possible for one company to be involved in so many things. And then let me copy this button here. Let me copy this button here, but we are going to edit it. I'll copy this. Copy and say learn more. I'm going to edit this. I'll make it centered. Typography, this, and then top padding 15, bottom padding 15, right 25. So this is this, and what I want to do is that I want to make this, reduce the top margin okay to minus 25. I want to copy this and paste it here, paste it here, paste it here, paste here and here and here. So these are our services. What I can also do is that I may just, let's see, I want to increase the size of this services text. I want to reduce the line height. Reduce the line height to 40. I'll increase the line height rather here to 35. I'll copy and paste style, paste style, paste style, paste style, paste style. So these are our services. I want to give this a top padding of 40. Top padding of 40. I still think I can make it 60. Publish. Let's preview this. Okay, so these are our services. These are all our services. Let me give 40 and 40 to the left and to the right. And I preview this. Okay, so these are our services. Now I want to create a separate page for each of these services so that if you want to click, if you click on marketing services, you are going to see a number of, you are going to see, if you click on marketing services, you are going to see a page. If you click on learn more, you're going to see a page that tells you about our marketing services. So let us go ahead and do that. First, let me just copy this and see. I will say copy. Let me close this and go to dashboard, pages, add new. I'm going to use this one as a template. Control V, marketing services. I'll publish and edit with Elementor. I want to give it a heading just like we did here. Copy and paste here, and we'll see marketing services. Marketing services. I want to reduce this a little bit. And I want to change the picture to this. That is what we had there for marketing services. And I want the picture to be center, top center, so that you can see their faces. So I want to use two columns here. One column is going to have pictures about marketing services. So I'll do this. Another column is going to have, as it were, some text. Let me go back to pages. Let me open this in a new tab. I'll go to pages, about us. Okay, this is what I want to copy. Let me copy this. I'll paste it here. And I'll just say our marketing services. Marketing services are top notch. I will reduce the size so I'm going to reduce the line height, and then I can write some text about the marketing services. Now let me add a container here. I should have put all of this in a container. And then let me get this lorem ipsum text. Paste it here. Let me see the about us page. Let me just copy this. I'll delete this and paste this here. Reduce the size of the text. Let it just be 2 paragraphs. Okay, I'll put a picture here. I'll add this picture. I'll also add this picture. And then I want to add another column. I will duplicate this. And then I delete this. What I want to add is this section on the home page. This, I can copy this. I'll copy this and paste it here. I'll make this black, the background type black. But I'm going to see for this slides to show 1. Just 1. But let's say 2 to make it not too broad as it is. Okay, let's preview this and see how it looks. It shows 2 slides. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to add a contact button here. I'll copy this button again, and then I'm going to add it here, paste, and see. I'll say contact us. Now I may reduce the text here. I may just reduce some of the text here so that this fits in, just for the sake of aesthetics. For the sake of aesthetics, I'll reduce this. Let me remove this button and put another section here, and put this button down here, center it, and then I'll give a background 40, but 40. Let's preview this. So for each of these services, this is what it's going to look like. I could go ahead and make this section let me break this text into two to balance up the design. Sometimes this is how design is done, trial and error. So you see now they are on the same level here. What I'll do is that I'll increase this so that it stretches, and then I want to give it a top padding of 60. And then here I want to give it a top padding too of 60. Let's do 80 and see. Let's look at the page. So you can see this is exactly what we are going to do for each of the other services. I'm not going to go ahead and do all of those. You already get the idea. So let me reload this. So for marketing services, let me view it in a new page, and I'll copy the link, and I can just come here for services, marketing services. I'll come to the button and add the link here, and then paste, publish rather. When I come now and I view marketing services in the new page, when I click on learn more, you can see it opens up the marketing services page in a new page. So this is this. So what next? What we want to go ahead now and do is to create our header and our footer. You see, we have this header here, which is just something that comes with, the website, but it's not really looking good. We don't even have a footer. So let's go to the back end of the website. Let me close these pages. My boy is still crying, so just bear with me. I'll come to the back end of the website, and under appearance, you see Elementor header and footer. So choose that and click on add new. So just skip all of this. I want to see header. We want to see header. Select option header and display on. I'll advise you to select as many as possible. All things being equal, normally when you select entire website, it should show everywhere, but sometimes that's not the case. So all singulars, just for due diligence, just do all of this. All posts and all pages. Yes, we can do it that way. User roles, all. Enable layout for, no, we don't need that. What does this even mean? Yes, just do that for due diligence. And publish. Now edit with Elementor. These things are very distracting. So now what we want to do is I want to add a column, a section with 3 columns. That is what we are going to use. Here we are going to add our logo, and then later on we are going to add our menu. So that already begs the question, where do we get the menu? Go back to the back end of your website and go to menus, appearance, menus. There is no menu. You may be saying, well, but if I look at the page on the front end, it already shows me all of this. Is this not a menu bar? You see on the front, the home page is showing something different, and there is a reason for that. We have not made it to be we have not made the home page to be the front page. So let's go to pages. First of all, let's look at this. If we look at about us, you may be asking me, but I saw some pages here. Yes, you did see those pages there, but there is no menu as at yet. There is no menu as at yet. So we need to create a menu. So let us go ahead and create a menu. I keep getting distracted by these many pages which are open. Let me close this. First of all, let's go to settings, go to permalinks, and okay, it is on post name. Now go to reading, and we want to make our home page to be a static page, and the home page will be home, and save changes. Now if we look at this on the front end, this is our home page. So that is that. We are really satisfied with that. Now we want to create a menu. What do? Let's come to appearances, come to menus, and we want to create this menu, name it main menu or whatever, and let it be the primary menu. Yes, that is it. It's saved. What do we want to add to it? Let's view all. Let's add all these pages to it, and we'll save menu. That is main menu. So for the header, let me go ahead now and reload. It's reloading. Okay, if I now look for menu, navigation menu, when you see HFB, it's talking about header, footer, Elementor. So this is what we have. We can add our logo here. Let's add the logo here. Side logo, header, footer, Elementor. It's going to add the side logo there. And then we want to add a button here. Let's copy the same button. Let me copy this. Paste. And then what I'm going to do is, I should have copied this one instead. Copy this. I can delete this one. And here I'll say contact us. And then I can just come to the style tab. First of all, let me make sure I add the contact button to it. Contact, the link to the contact page to it. Let me say view, copy, and paste. I'll just publish. Let me take a look at this on the front end. I don't know, for whatever reason this shows this way. I'll come to the back end, come to themes, customize. Let me come to global. Come to container. No, I'll go back. Header builder, site title and logo. Let me add the logo here. This is what I'm going to add. I'll crop image. Okay. Logo width. Let's reduce the size of the logo. So let me reload the logo right now. It looks too big. I want to customize it. I want to reduce the logo size from here. The logo size, let me reload this, and if I reduce it now, it still doesn't show. It still doesn't reduce the size. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to delete this, and then I'll just add the logo as an image. And then for the size, I can make it custom. Let's say width should be 100, height should be 80. And let's see how that looks. Yes, I think that is good. If I go to the logo right now, yes. So for this, first off, I want to make this to be full width. Even if not full width, let it be 1300. And then I want this to be centered here. I want this also, it's actually centered. I want the main menu to be centered, align center. And then I want the text color to be black, and I want it to be poppins, and I want it to be 500. So if I go ahead and save this now and preview this, I think it looks a lot better. So let me view it on one of these pages. You see, okay, one more thing I can do is that for this, I want it to be center to, as in style, vertical padding, I'll increase vertical padding to 20. Yes, so that is better. We look at it here. At least it's more centered now. What next? We go to the footer. Go to the footer. Back to the dashboard. Elementor header and footer builder. Add new. And then we see footer. And then select option, footer. And then the same thing we did for the other ones. All singulars, all archives, all posts, and of course all pages. Select rows, all. Let's edit with Elementor. And then we want to have 3 columns. 3 columns. Here we are going to add the logo. And the same thing we did. No, not logo. Let's go for. Let's see if we'll use the logo. It may look a little bit better here. Still too big. Still too big. Let's see. Custom. Okay, we could do custom here. 100 by, or let's say 150 by 120. 150 by 120 and apply. Okay. Or let's say 200. It's a bit small. 200 by 175. Good. Okay, we can add, if we had another navigation menu which we had created, we can put it here, but we are going to use the same one. Now you see it is 1 minute. this is still by, okay, let me use this one. But I'm going to make it vertical. I'm going to use preset 2. What about preset 3? Okay, let's use preset 2. Border type, solid, whatever. And then let's come to, we can edit the typography and make it whatever we want. Then let's come to, I'm going to make this footer to be black, and I think I'll go do the same thing for, let me delete this and look for a new menu. This one by Elementor. No, that's not what I'm asking. Why is it giving me this? No, this is what I want, not by. Okay. And layout is going to be vertical. And it's going to be horizontally aligned. And it's going to be white. It's going to be white. And it's also going to be poppins. And then the line height. Yes, that is that. And then we want to add some social icons. So we can use Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, or LinkedIn. And then we can add Instagram. And you can link Instagram. And then shape circular. Color official colors. Yes, then you can put your address. You can add your address down here and see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Boulevard de la Liberté. Boulevard de la Liberté. I don't know how to put the accent aigu. Let's see. It's in New York City, USA. We are not going to belabor that. Let's put this on another line. Typography, pop-ins. Okay, so this is this. Let's center it. And then the padding, top padding 100, bottom padding 80, not 800. So we can have it this way. You can add as much as you want here, but we are going to leave it this way. So if I go now to any of our pages, let me go to home. So you can see, and we have the footer here. So this is exactly what we want. So a recap, if I go to the home page, the home here, so learn more, it will take us to about us. Learn more should take us to about us page. I'll paste this here. Work with us should take you to contact page. Paste. Any other service. About us should take you to about us page. And if you subscribe, you know what you get. So this is the contact us page. We could still edit this and make this to be black. Let us go back to the back end of the website, Elementor header and footer. Header, let's edit the header. Background, we make it to be black, and then this here menu, we make it to be white. Then on hover, when you hover over this now, you see it turns green. No, we don't want that. We want the hover color to be orange. I will reload now, and then you see it's all black and it's looking quite good. I can give this the border to be orange. The border of that should be orange. So let me do that. And the border should be solid, and it's going to be orange. So there you have it. And why not? I can make the background of that to not be white, but it should be black. So if I take a look at this page, you can see this is the beauty we have done, the beautiful page we have done. And we can make this the border to be white. Let us make the border of that to be white. And we say border type solid, and the color should be, and then the color should be white. Let's just make that. And then now, when we reload this page, so this is what we get. So that brings us to the end of this tutorial. Please, if you have not yet done so, make sure to like, to subscribe to my channel. If you have any challenges, if there's anything you do not understand, please just post your comment in the comment section and I will get to you. Thank you very much. God bless you. Peace. Just a quick word. After recording this video, I realized that I'd forgotten to adjust the mobile layout. So if you want to learn how to do the mobile layout, I've done an extra video and I've linked it on the description of this video. So just go to the description, you see the link to that video, you can follow it. I do a full scale mobile responsiveness layout, and you can use it and complete the rest of this video. God bless you. Peace. Please subscribe to my channel, click on the notification bell, and leave me a comment on the comment section. God bless you.